Hey, good morning. Stuck in traffic with Wolf Gorlick. Couple-minute riff on IT security. A little bit early this morning, so it's a little bit dark, but we're here to shed some light on the dark, right? To illuminate the dark crevices of the criminal world. And one area that we're looking at is InfoArmor. InfoArmor did a report, and they were looking specifically at code signing. Now, a while ago, we talked about EMET, and using EMET to control the certificates used for signing, right? There's other ways to control the certificates on the box. That's one of them. The certificates used for code signing, when a signed piece of code is introduced into a system, it's checked by a process in Windows called Authenticode. Authenticode does a couple different checks, one of which is to check that code signing and to check the root certificate. Make sure that root certificate is in the store within the local box, and thereby say, yeah, the code is signed sufficiently and can run. And there's other ways to build a more mature process around that. So if you're using something like AppLocker, you can add more processes to it. But at the very base minimum, you're saying Windows checks signed code. Signed code has a root certificate in the box. If you want to make sure that signed code doesn't run, you can remove that root certificate. Of course, it has consequences all the way down the system. Since more people started using Authenticode, or again, more mature processes like AppLocker and other whitelisting technologies, since more people started using those, as you might imagine, the criminals didn't just go home. They didn't just give up. They didn't just call it quits. You think they would, right? They did, well, dang, can't get malware on our box anymore because it needs to be signed. I guess I'll just take up puppy farming. I don't know. Something. Get a legitimate career. But no, it is very much an industry, cybercrime. And whenever these controls pop up, there's always a group that steps in to fill that void. And the report by InfoArmor looked at one such group. It's a criminal organization that sells what InfoArmor has dubbed GovRat. And what this service does is it will sign your code using Microsoft's tools, right? Microsoft Sign tool, and a number of legitimate certificates by GoDaddy or Komodo or Thought. And it will sign your mail code such that when authenticated code goes to check it, it looks good if that DigiCert is in the root certificate, right? So if it's signed by Komodo, Komodo's in the root certificate store. It will check that and it looks legitimate. Now you add to that obfuscation techniques. So now it'll check it, it'll look legitimate. The antivirus checks it and they don't see any known matches. So the code looks good and your program can run. Kind of interesting, an entire criminal organization built around signing code maliciously and helping obfuscate code so it can get past detection. Only control I can really think of, again, is having control over those root certificates. Also, good solid application whitelisting, right? So even if the code is signed, if it's not something that's been approved by the security team or the IT team, it still can't run. And that's things like, again, AppLocker, Bit9, blah, 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 blah. So certificates, code signing still remain important, still remain in play, and be aware that criminals are definitely taking part in reselling services at $600 to $900 a pop at signing mail code so that it can sneak past those controls. If that doesn't keep you up at night, I don't know what does. Have a good one.